This demonstration will cover business partner customer creation with Evolve. So in this demonstration, we'll be starting off with prospects in Salesforce and pulling that information in through a web form. We can search for them, and then once we select the prospect, we can pre-populate our business partner customer creation form with that information. We can optionally add banks. We'll add various roles for the business partner, search for duplicates, and again, call those third-party address validations or other types of services. The business process flow includes a requester who would search for that prospect in Salesforce and pre-populate the data if it's a customer. Master data will then review it, check for duplicates, and post the general role. And based on the business partner type, we either follow a customer path, adding finance, accounts receivable data, and sales entries. And then that gets routed to master data to post those roles and update Salesforce, again, if it's a customer. Otherwise, we would go the supplier route, adding accounts payable data and purchasing data, and then route it to master data and end. And your process might vary. You might have additional approvals, you might have additional groups that have to provide information, and Evolve allows for that. Let's take a look. I'm here on my Evolve site where I have tasks, templates, which are Evolve solutions, some stats on usage. If I expand this here, I can go to templates and then find the solution that I want to launch, in this case, business partner creation. I'll choose the type of business partner, and we'll be focusing on customers today. And then I can optionally expand this section to search for prospects that need to become customers in S/4HANA. So I'll search for prospects that begin with West in the US, and I'll limit it to 50. But your search criteria can vary. So this is the one prospect that's available, and if this is the one I want, I can go ahead and select it. And again, we pulled this information directly from Salesforce. If I look over here at Salesforce, you'll see I have a number of prospects, and Westlake was the one that I just returned. So I'll select that and pre-populate my form with a number of pieces of information, including the name as well as the address. And then I simply have to add the search term, and I can look up the language. I'll choose English. And then I have the option to check the address. And we're using Spectrum On Demand, but this could be other types of address validation. If I choose Basic, it will take that information and provide the feedback that this is a confirmed delivery point. If I wanted to use the premium version, that also includes information related to latitude and longitude and a number of other pieces of information to help confirm that this address is complete and correct. We'll go ahead and select that and update our address here, including the additional 4 digits for the postal code. And now we can optionally enter bank details. We'll look a bank up and choose one here in New York. And then it knows based on the country code that this bank has to be 9 digits. Otherwise, it will give an error. And we could also create a new bank optionally. Again, you can use flexibility in creating multiple objects with your business partner as necessary. We'll validate. We want to make sure that the information in the beginning is complete and correct. And then we can save and route. We can optionally add attachments as needed. So now I can come over here to my tasks, and because I'm playing all roles, I'm now going to be master data. So I'll select this task, and this is where I can search for duplicates, and we're searching in the SAP system. I'll go ahead and shorten that, say name or search term begins with West in the US and Maryland, and I'll do a search. You'll see we have no matches, so there's no duplicates found, and we can go ahead and post the general role. You can also collect all the information and post it all at the end. So now we have a business partner created. We'll go ahead and approve. And now I'll be playing the roles for the customer inputs. In this case, it's the finance company data and the sales data for a customer. Let's go to company first. And you'll see here we've pre-filled in defaults. There might be other defaults that you can choose to hide, and they can be updated. So for example, maybe I want my sort key to be document number and fiscal year. And now I'll do a lookup and you'll see more options. So I'll go ahead and choose E1 and then say I'm complete. Now here it's asking me to validate this prior to moving it along. Again, you want to catch any errors at the time of entry, and that will stop bouncing this back and forth between teams. So we have a success. The data is complete and correct. And now I will move on to sales data. Now for each of these roles, you could also make this a repeating group or table so that you can add multiple company codes and multiple sales area data. So you'll see here again, we've defaulted it based on a number of factors and data in the solution itself. We simply have to now look up sales district. And we'll go to the Northeast, and we can make, again, any adjustments as necessary. Again, it's going to make sure that I check this data prior to moving along. And I'll go ahead and complete it. Now for each of these roles, you might have approvals. You could have additional roles in your process. For this example, we simply have the two main roles for company and sales data along with general data, which we already posted. So now if I wanted to, as I'm going along, I can drill in and look at the history. If I expand that, it's bottom up, and it shows that I launched the process, when I launched it, and the fact that it's completed. And it shows due dates and review dates for each of these steps. And you'll notice I also played the master data role to post. I collected information from sales and company, and those are both posted. And I'm now waiting on the master data team to approve and post those roles. So you can see the status of a process quite easily. Now I'm in master data again, and I can view a number of pieces of information in read-only, including some of the basic data, the address information, bank details, and now I have company data and sales data read-only. Some customers allow edits for master data at this point. We can go ahead and post since it's already been validated. So we have company data posted, and now we'll post the sales data. Now quickly, I'm going to hop into SAP. So I'll put in my business partner, and you'll see the information here up on top, including the search term, the address, and we'll hop over to company data, and you'll see some of the information that we passed in from the web form. And then I'll go over to sales area data, and you'll be able to see the information we populated for this particular customer. So now we've taken care of creating that customer in SAP. We go back to the form, and now we have the option to update the Salesforce account to make that prospect now a customer. So I'll choose to update it. And again, this could also happen in the background, and you'll see that it was performed successfully. So now let me go back to Salesforce. I'll refresh my accounts and look for West. And there's my Westlake customer or account in Salesforce. And you'll see that it's now a customer. And you'll see that I've updated a custom field here with the SAP Business Partner number so that they're linked together. And we did that through a third-party API speaking to Salesforce, but this can also work with other CRM systems. So now that I've completed posting to S4 and I've updated Salesforce, I can complete my task. Now this process we went through allows you to accelerate your customer creation process by leveraging data from multiple systems of record, pulling from Salesforce to pre-populated data, providing lookups, enforcing validation at the appropriate steps, leveraging third-party services to validate or pull in additional data. And that's going to allow for adhering to your best practices and compliance each and every time, giving you greater process visibility, allowing you to integrate with other systems of record like Salesforce. And here we've updated that Salesforce prospect, now making it a customer and filling in the customer ID. And we allow for that deep integration to SAP like we always have, either through traditional studio methods with transaction queries, BAP user function modules, as well as leveraging OData APIs.